It's that time again as Iron Country brings you the Fishin Hole. Keep up to date with the latest products and learn fishing tactics from some of the best anglers across North America.
Let's give him a warm welcome this morning to the Fishin Hole 2014 National Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame inductee Dale Stroshine. And this week's guest, we are going to introduce to you Larry Smith from Larry Smith Outdoors. We bring you another fantastic guest this week. It's legendary Al Linder on the Fishin Hole.
And my pleasure to be here, Jeff. Looking forward to it.
Here's your host, Hurricane Jerry.
Good morning, Hurricane Jerry with you for another exciting show here on the Fishin Hole. We're here to make you a better angler and here to help you catch a fish of a lifetime. You can stream the Fishin Hole anywhere in the world at ironcountry.fm or even take it with you on your mobile device just by downloading the free TuneIn radio app from your Google Play Store. The Fishin Hole this morning brought to you by the Rock River Bait Box located on Rock River Road next to the Rock River in Fort Atkinson. The Rock River Bait Box is your ice fishing headquarters. They carry the biggest selection of ice tackle in the area. They are your home for the new Beaver Dam lighted tip-ups, also Sullivan tip-downs, perfect for catching those big slab panfish on Lake Koshkonong. Let's not forget they have a huge selection of Eskimo ice shelters and Eskimo apparel in stock, and they have your ice fishing electronics, including the Vexilar from the FL8 up all the way up to the FL28. And if you're looking for a storage building, they have your home for old Hickory utility buildings. And we got a pretty good show here this morning, and I got my good buddy Larry Smith from Larry Smith Outdoors with us this morning. And Larry, how you been, my friend?
Hurricane, I'm awesome. I'll tell you that. The fishing's been a little bit tough this winter, but you know what? We're just picking away at it and making the best of it. That's all we can really do.
And maybe this late ice will have a heck of a bite here coming up. And, you know, I'm just glad to get out on ice. We're finally making ice here and finally making some good. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're driving on Bago now. We've got the least amount of ice I've seen has been 11 and a half inches, and the most has been about 18. So, I mean, definitely this cold weather is definitely changed things around, and I'm hoping it's going to buy us a little bit of time at the end. The only problem, you know, we don't fish Poigan a lot, Hurricane, just because there's so many people out there. But the problem has been this year is that the fishing out on Bago, the schools are not nearly as big, and I really think a lot of it's got to do with the amount of current that we had all fall with all that high water that sucked a lot of them fish up in the top part of the system. That really, every time I see that, it makes a big difference out here on the main lake. You know, you just don't have the numbers of fish. Don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of fish out here, but the schools are definitely a lot smaller.
Right, and where do you think those fish are, you know, like even some up in the river and in the Wolf, too?
Well, they're in the river like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that ice up there has been pretty thin, but Poigan has just been loaded with fish, you know, but there are lots of people on them, and they're a little temperamental. I really think that the bulk of the big fish for that battle on Bago are going to come out of Poigan for sure.
Okay. Now, now earlier this year, you couldn't get on Bago, I know that, and you kind of switched gears and went to your old stomping grounds over on the Petenwell flowage. And how was that bite over there when you guys first started guiding over there?
That was not too bad of a bite. You know, that is a very cool system because it's totally different than Winnebago. Your fishing structure, the structure we're fishing is not on the bottom. You know, the structure we fish on Bago is typically on top of the water column, which is, you know, totally different than Petenwell. Petenwell's sunny days are typically the best. The less amount of ice and snow you have over there, the better it is because of the light penetration. So totally two different bodies of water. Petenwell, you know, probably 60%, if not more, of the fish come off a tip-up. Winnebago, it's about 90% come jigging. So totally, again, different, very, you know, out here it's more of a reactionary jigging type of, you know, motion cadence, I should say. Where Petenwell, it's a lot more dead sticking, slower, deft movement for sure.
Okay. Did you guys ever get a chance to get on Castle Rock at all?
Usually I fish Castle Rock. You know, usually that's the last spot that I go and start fishing that in March. And that can be really good too. Great big perch in there, good crappie fishing. It's body of water.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, when you are experiencing, say, a tough bite on bago and stuff, what are some of the tactics maybe you might use to entice a bite then?
Well, out here, the key is move, and that's why we run all permanent shanties for the most part out here, and because we can just hook up to you, and we're not moving any gear in and out of them. Hook up, you pull up the Vexilar, put the rod, or put the rods away, and put the hole covers on, and boom, away we go. So that's really the key. It's just move, and then spending a little time with the clients and making sure that their jigging cadence is the right cadence, because if you're not jigging right here, you're just not going to see the fish.
Right.
So definitely spend a lot more time with the clients here and a lot more moving on the Winnebago system versus Pete and Well.
Well, I know last year you were doing well on the perch. What about perch this year, Larry? How's the perch bite been?
The perch fishing, we have not really. We've been catching perch, but we haven't jopped on the big numbers of them, and they're here.
Right.
So we just have not located the big numbers, and I'm hoping that we're getting later and later, closer we get into March, the more that these fish start schooling up. So that'll make it a lot easier on it.
Right, and in that early ice too, you like down here we had I think 2 or 3 first ice, before we can actually get out, and you guys. Yeah, and you guys had the same issue there, I think, on bago too. So that would
we did. We've a couple different times now. Earlier in the year, we got our houses out here and started working things, and then warm weather came, and things got a little sketchy, and we pulled them back in. So I think we're out here now for the duration of the season, the way the weather's looking, and the amount of ice we have. So we should be good.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I was going to ask you something here. Oh yeah. How's my good buddy Shotgun been? I haven't talked to him a few weeks.
Are you talking about the Shotgun Schaefer?
Yeah, the Shotgun Schaefer.
I mean, some days I kind of want a hurricane about Shotgun. You know? He's been kind of, some days, he's got a lot of things going on in his life, and in other days he's as chipper as a chipmunk. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he's just going through something in his life that, I think the biggest problem with Shotgun is he needs to get back and start fishing at every chance he's got.
Yeah. Heck yeah!
That always makes everybody happy.
Yeah, you know what? I think BB gun fishes more than Shotgun.
There's no doubt about that. Yep, BB gun's definitely fishing more than Shotgun for sure. But no, I miss some of his cooking too. So I'm losing. Hey, Hurricane, this is amazing. You know what? The last week and a half, I'm down to the last notch on my belt going in. Yeah, yep. So I'm losing weight like crazy, but I think the last time I saw Shotgun, I think he's down to his last notch going out. So he needs to spend some time with me and cook some good meals. And I need to keep him moving, so he doesn't run out of notches on that belt. Otherwise, we're going to have to do something. Buy the poor guy a new belt.
By golly, we're going to have to do something here for him.
Maybe the next belt's going to be elastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe talk to some of them bungee jumpers, and they can. The next time they get one that's getting wore out a little bit, they can cut in a few yards of that.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there, Larry. Yeah, I think you are. Right. Yeah. Hey, you and Lightning Lance, and now are you out helping Lance guiding too here? This winter?
Yeah. Yep, I'm out every day that I can be out, besides, traveling around the country filming shows. But the Lightning Lance, he's definitely been giving her, same thing, single guy like him, this is his passion, fish, and, No, he does a good job.
That's good, yeah. Hey, I'm looking forward to this spring. Usually I get a chance to run into you up at Brian Claremont's garage there, so hopefully that'll be...
Oh, yeah, up at Menominee River, the Pestigo, yeah. I'm thinking, Hurricane, that this year might be a little bit sooner because there's not 3 feet of ice out on the bay.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yep. So we might, we might get lucky, and it's been a few years since we've open water fished out on the bay. The second, third week of March. So this might be the year. Yeah.
Well, I was actually, when I go up there this April, matter of fact, I got a cabin rented. Like I think you've done the same too. But I'm going to bring 2 boats. I'm going to bring my big boat for going out in the bay, and I'm going to bring the John boat too and fish the Pestigo. So you gotta have both. You gotta have both areas covered, right?
Right. I would agree with you 100%. And that is, I always bring my flat bottom up there when we stay up there for a month, and then I've got my Warrior, up there too. So if I need to get out on the lake, and it's kind of nice just to switch back and forth too.
Yep.
A little diversity.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Larry, I know you're busy. You're out guiding, so hey, we gotta let you go, unfortunately. But hey, thanks for thanks for chatting with us this morning.
On the show, and remember everybody, it's always a great day to be alive.
All right, thanks, Larry, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yep, bye.
Yeah, bye. Larry Smith there this morning here on the Fishin' Hole, and good to talk to Larry. And usually I get hooked up with Larry in the springtime. We'll cross paths. I know we do that in the springtime. At my good friend Brian Claremont's house, and we get together and have the fish fry in the garage and have a good time. And usually Lightning Lance shows up, and we got to do something though about shotgun and that belt there. If any of you have any ideas what we can do with shotgun for a new belt, feel free and contact me by email at hurricanejerry at bigradio.fm. We've maybe if you can make shotgun a belt, we can do that. Maybe a design or two. If you're good creative like that, maybe we can make him a homemade belt for him. But he's quite the cook, though. He's quite the chef, the old shotgun shaver. By the way, you can catch Larry Smith outdoors every Sunday morning on FSN North, FSN Wisconsin at 7:30. And, of course, always follow Larry on his Facebook page. He's always doing live feeds and always entertaining for sure. And if you ever get a chance to, book a trip with Larry, do that. You can check out his website at LarrySmithOutdoors.com. That's going to wrap up our show this week here on the Fishin' Hole, all brought to you by Harbor Recreation, Southern Wisconsin Boating's headquarters on Lake Koshkonong. And up next, we've got news, sports, and weather next on Iron Country 101.9 and 1490.